We all know about the OIC, the only common bloc for all Muslim majority countries, the Organization of Islamic Countries. But do you know about another important common coalition? They call it the Islamic Military Counter-Terrorism Coalition. It's an alliance against ISIS. But Iran, Iraq and Syria are not part of this alliance because they have Shia-dominated governments. What does this tell you? I'm just giving you one example. Political fronts among Muslim-majority countries have failed because of two reasons. One, these political fronts are based on religious affiliations. And two, these religious political fronts engage in conflict rather than conflict resolution. On Wion Edit, we'll discuss the track record of the so-called Muslim Ummah in solving the major problems of Muslims the world over. And the list of problems is long. The war in Yemen, the Uighur detention camps in Xinjiang, the Rohingya crisis, the refugee crisis, the Palestinian fight for self-determination, the Syrian crisis, the Libyan conflict, Islamophobia. There is absolutely no consensus in the Muslim world on how to deal with any of these issues. Saudi Arabia is fighting the Houthi rebels in Yemen. Saudi Arabia calls the Houthis proxies of Iran. They're both Shia, the Houthis and Iran. Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, is Sunni. This sectarian difference has led to the world's worst humanitarian crisis, which is Yemen. Do you know what the OIC thinks about Yemen? A note last year actually praised the quote-unquote efforts of Saudi Arabia in alleviating the crisis in Yemen. Such lies. And then we have the Uighur detention camps in China. And you have to listen to this. The OIC, I'm quoting, the OIC commended the efforts, of the People's Republic of China in providing care to its Muslim citizens. Commendable hypocrisy, we say. Even Turkey's Erdogan refused to take a stand against China. As late as September 2019, he was still investigating the story. The betrayal of the leaders has only worsened the lot of Muslims. Think about the Rohingya crisis. Bangladesh has more than 9 lakh Rohingya refugees. Malaysia, 1 lakh refugees. India, 18,000 refugees. This is according to the UN Refugee Agency. The problem has been festering for 2 years. The OIC finally filed a lawsuit against Myanmar only last month. And none of these major countries, by the way, have offered to take in the refugees. So much for helping the Rohingyas. The oldest of betrayals is that of Palestine. The Arab world only paid lip service to this cause. And even that is gone now, it seems. With the Saudi-Iran conflict, Palestinians have paid the price for this growing divide. In fact, if we talk about consistency, India has been consistent. Last month, India endorsed the Palestinian right to self-determination at the UN. But the Muslim political fronts and power centers have used Palestine as a test site to wage shadow wars. The results are these. Civilians have been radicalized. In a recent survey of 36 Muslim-majority countries, at least 22 fear Muslim extremism. The Syrian crisis, the Libyan conflict, the common thread here is conflict within the religion. The leadership in the Muslim world is so out of tune with reality that the real problems are never discussed. Economic disparity, gender inequality, corruption, rising poverty. This new summit admits that Islam is in crisis, but it shows neither the numbers nor the will to resolve the crisis. This is just another arena for political power play.